I'm John Batchelor with Gordon Chang of the Daily Beast. Flooding in North Korea. 68,000, nearly 70,000 residents homeless, death, and of course what follows flooding is disease, the threat of disease, starvation, dislocation, despair. People can't find their children. We're joined by Greg Scarlato. He is very carefully working North Korea now on two fronts. First, the flooding, and then what the photographs of the flooding revealed. Greg is the executive director of the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea. Greg, quickly, what can you tell us about those photographs? Good evening to you.
Good evening, John and Gordon. We have acquired satellite imagery of a re-education prison camp. Political prisoners are also held at this camp. Many of them are women forcibly repatriated from China. We see flood damage. We have been advocating for a human rights approach at the United Nations. What does this mean? Put very simply, if UN agencies are involved in disbursing humanitarian assistance inside North Korea, they should factor in human rights concerns. We see a very positive step here. A statement by the recently appointed UN Special Rapporteur for Human Rights in North Korea, Mr. Ojea Quintana, he's from Argentina. He says, I call on the government of North Korea to ensure full access to those in need, including persons in detention facilities and prisons by humanitarian workers. What does this mean? Humanitarian aid, emergency humanitarian aid is needed, fine. And let us finally have access that you have always denied, access to prisoners, including political prisoners, who are amongst the most vulnerable and surely deserve such humanitarian assistance.
Gordon?
Greg, the regime says that this is the worst disaster since 1945, and the numbers really are really heart-rendering.